Right now on SAU Weekly, how the one big beautiful bill could soon affect your student loans.
If you have student loan debt, it's all going to kick in reality, when you graduate, and you're going to need to know what your options are.
And the big event. How much SAU Dance Marathon was able to raise for the University of Iowa Stead Families Children's Hospital. And in sports, national champions. Our men's bowling team rolls past the competition to earn team and individual titles.
It was an experience I'll never forget, and it is a moment that still hasn't fully set in for me.
Plus, untouchable. St. Ambrose Softball adds to their incredible season with a dominant performance from pitcher Leah Maro. Your latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University starts right now.
Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm CJ Boone.
And I'm Avery Lisk.
Big changes to federal student loans take effect July 1st, and whether you're a current undergrad or graduate student, these changes could affect your federal financial aid. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act will eliminate Grad Plus loans, cap Parent Plus borrowing, and change how full-time status affects student aid. There's some good news for current students. If you've already borrowed, you're grandfathered in without limits for up to 3 years. But the biggest shock will be for the new students, especially in certain health science programs. Last year, SAU students borrowed about $3.5 million in Grad Plus loans. That option disappears July 1st for new students in the fall.
The biggest one is the elimination of the Graduate Plus loan. So any student that's not currently attending or has borrowed in the direct loan program will not be eligible for Graduate Plus loans. So our 4 health science programs rely fairly heavily on the Graduate Plus loan, about $3.5 million last year. For incoming new students, that will not be available. So their options are going to be either paying out of pocket through a payment plan or borrowing private loans.
For undergraduates, Parent Plus loans will get a cap of $20,000 per year. And if you drop below full-time status and earn less than 24 credits a year, your loans will be reduced. HACS says to be proactive, and the Office of Financial Aid is always there to advise. She also says more information will be available to students through email by next week.
Last Saturday, SAU Dance Marathon hosted their 14th annual big event, serving as a culmination of all of their fundraising efforts over the past year. SAU Weekly's Camden Connor takes an inside for a closer look.
It's the biggest night of the year for St. Ambrose Dance Marathon.
So y'all picked that up pretty good.
And calling it a marathon isn't an exaggeration at all. Running from 11 a.m. to midnight, it makes for 13 hours of non-stop dancing for a great cause.
It's amazing to see how much money we raise, obviously, but more for me, my goal is to just make these families feel included. So no matter how much we put up there, how much we raise, it's amazing. It all goes back to the hospital, but my personal goal is that everyone has fun, and that to me is success.
Can we give Savannah and
Their fundraising efforts go towards helping the quality of life for over 60 different families who have been impacted by childhood cancer.
For me personally, the most special thing about it is I have gotten to just talk to some of these families and hear their stories and hear how similar some of their lives are to mine, and just be grateful for every day and every moment that we get to live.
Over 70 SAU students volunteering their time. And what makes the environment special is that they're not just co-workers, but students coming together from across campus as friends.
I literally just get to dance around with some of my best friends all day long. I get to be hype. I get to literally be there to support the families. I get to hang out with people all day long and just absolutely have a blast.
Throughout the year, just a lot of planning, a lot of making decorations with my committee, and learning all the ins and outs. A lot of suspense building throughout the year, but now that it's finally here, it's nice to be able to celebrate with everyone that has taken part in it.
It's one thing to be a part of such a unique event. It's another entirely to be the head of the entire operation. For first-year president Addie Hendrick, all of the challenges and long hours put into this cause has been more than worth it.
Able to watch this experience grow and finally come to life, and all the hard work and everything has been amazing. I also think it's just very rewarding because I get to see all the committee members and dancers really just come together and have a good day. I love seeing people have fun, find their whys, which is why they dance for these kids and join Dance Marathon. So I think it's just really special, and I think we have a really tight-knit group. Everyone knows everyone loves everyone, so I think that just makes it even more special.
As the clock struck midnight, Dance Marathon gave their big reveal. This year's total, over $155,000, a meaningful moment to cap off a year of hard work. With SAU Weekly, I'm Camden Connor.
Thanks, Camden. Now it's time for them to get ready to do it all over again for Dance Marathon 15.
Sunshine and sustainability was the theme for this year's Earth Day celebration. More than 30 campus and community organizations filled the Rogowski Center lawn to connect students with local environmental causes. Organizers say the goal isn't just about one day of recycling, but sparkling a lifelong interest in protecting the planet.
I hope they walk away today thinking about, wow, a lot of people care about the environment, and how can I care about the environment too? Maybe they'll catch the eye of an organization that they didn't even know existed and want to give back to that group. Maybe it's campus group, maybe it's a community organization, but I just hope it puts on the radar how important the environment is for people that maybe don't think about it all that much, and that's really my dream.
Students interested in more year-round information are encouraged to reach out to the Green Life Club to learn about campus sustainability initiatives. Coming up next in sports, men's bowling rolls past the competition to earn team and individual titles. We hear from the team after the break.
Plus, men's lacrosse makes a big statement against number 6 William Penn. We'll bring you the highlights.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up. Ready the studio in 3, 2.
Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
We begin with breaking news after a vehicle crashed into a non-residential campus building overnight.
We should always have places to promote inclusivity on and off campus.
You guys got the opportunity to scrimmage against 3 Division I basketball teams. How did your team benefit from that later on in the season?
Well, I think it's just a great experience for our players.
Being able to run and be around the people that I enjoy gives me a reason to be passionate about running.
Welcome to Stingers, discussions with SAUBs over everyone's favorite drinks.
What happens to you though, seriously, if you drink the whole cup?
You get all your papers done. And
yeah, right.
Visit Ragged Records, one of the largest record stores in the Midwest. Browse more than 30,000 new and used records, from timeless classics to new releases, and rare finds in every aisle. New to collecting vinyl? Check out our large selection of stereo equipment to spruce up your listening experience. Find your group at Ragged Records, located along Motor Row in Davenport, and in Rock Island next to Roz Talks.
Capture a piece of the past with Trash Can Annie, where vintage meets vibrant in every stitch. Browse our carefully curated collection of clothing and accessories, ranging from the late 1800s to current styles. Dress to impress with Laura's unique style and wardrobe consultations. Find a style and make it yours with Trash Can Annie, your destination for timeless fashion.
Whether you're a competitive runner, looking to stay fit, or just looking for comfort and support, Running Wild has you covered. Locally owned for more than 3 decades, Running Wild is the Quad City's trusted source for athletic wear and accessories. No matter your experience level, we'll help you find the right fit with all the top brands for running and walking and the latest in running apparel. Open 7 days a week, just up Brady Street. Don't walk, run to Running Wild, your run specialty store.
In a historic weekend, the St. Ambrose bowling team took the lanes in Green Bay, Wisconsin, looking to claim its first national title. St. Ambrose took the lanes against Mount Mercy in the finals and won 3-2. In the decisive fifth game, St. Ambrose won 237-213 for the national title. This is the first bowling national championship in school history. The Bees have been close in the past. The SAU men's bowling were the runners-up in both 2021 and 2023. Tyler Close won an individual national champion to cap off an amazing weekend.
It was a surreal experience. It was my first time ever bowling on TV to begin with, so that was an experience in its own. And I knew I had a chance to go out there and win it, so I just wanted to. I had everyone behind me. I had my mom there sitting right next to me, and I had all my teammates behind me, so it was an experience I'll never forget, and it is a moment that still hasn't fully set in for me.
It was also a big weekend for junior Kendrick Siders. He was named MVP of the team championship. Siders was also named All-American by the National Collegiate Bowling Coaching Association. While Siders made a big impact, he was also very quick to compliment his team.
It feels incredible. I mean, we've been practicing very hard this season. We bowled really well. Now I couldn't do it without my team. We push each other quite a bit, and it feels very good to be on the first team All-American for the season.
Siders anchored the bowling team and averaged a team high of 219. He also was recognized for all-tournament team in 3 events where he took MVP honors. St. Ambrose Softball is having a great season and riding a 13-game winning streak, heading into a tough matchup against conference leader St. Xavier. Bottom of the 4th, Ambrose down 2-0, but looking to rally. Taylor Martin gets the Bees started with a double to center field. Next batter, Alina Holder, singles to center. Martin scores 2-1. A batter later, Kylie Claypool with the ground ball to short. Xavier tries to throw home, but it's too late. Holder scores, and we are tied at 2. Unfortunately, it was not enough. St. Xavier scores 4 in the 7th inning to win 7-2. The Cougars are CCAC champs for the 3rd year in a row. St. Ambrose Softball adds to their incredible season with a dominant performance from junior pitcher Leah Maro. Maro made history by tossing her first ever no-hitter over the weekend against Indiana's South Bend. Maro pitched 5 no-hit innings during a run rule victory, while striking out 7 hitters in the process. Maro's confidence grew knowing her team brought the energy behind her, flashing the leather on defense and bringing the firepower at the plate. For Maro, the approach stayed the same like a normal day.
I don't think there's really a different approach. Before the game, coach and my catcher Kylie and we all talk about how we're going to approach each batter. So I think that kind of changes game to game, but the mental approach from game to game kind of stays the same, just attack every batter.
Maro has 16 wins on the season, closing in on the school record as she prepares for the CCAC playoffs. SAU baseball faced Clark on April 25th and lost a close game 18-15. The Bees built a 12-0 lead, but were outscored 18-2 in the last 6 innings. With only 4 games left in the season, the Bees will play doubleheaders tomorrow against Calumet and on Sunday against Olivet Nazarene. The Fighting Bees men lacrosse team are wrapping up the regular season, riding a 6-game winning streak, looking to keep the momentum alive against William Penn. St. Ambrose hosting the 6th-ranked Statesmen and find themselves trailing most of the game. Skip ahead to the 4th quarter, Bees rallying back, Garrett Lee on the breakaway. He scores the unassisted goal, Ambrose down just 1, 8-7. A minute later, Ryan Swatson to Zach Parami, and we're all tied up at 8. Bees complete the 5-goal comeback. Swatson this time to Aiden Farrell. Bees take the lead 9-8 and hold on to the win. They storm the field. The Bees win 10-9. They will be the number 4 seed and host William Woods tomorrow at home. At the midpoint of their outdoor season, the men's track and field team have found success as they push towards conference and nationals. It was a great showing for St. Ambrose at the Vikings Olympics at Augustana College. The Fighting Bees finished second overall as a team, while several individuals put up personal records and locked in a spot at nationals. Brant Williams, Joe Reinhardt, Lavelle Winfield Jr., and Joshua Motti have all qualified for nationals in their events. And so has the 4x800 relay team, who just yesterday won their event at Drake Relays.
I feel like the last 2 years I've definitely been struggling with injuries here and there. It feels like when one injury pops up, gets better, another one will just, it'll move places, jump around my body. It's been like over 2 years since I've PR'd or broken the school record, so even dealing with those injuries, just pushing through them and finally getting that mark means a lot.
The Bees have a few meets left in their season, with the 2 most impactful being the CCAC Outdoor Championship, the first weekend in May, followed by the NAIA Outdoor Championship in Asheville, North Carolina. You can catch the full episode of Inside SAU Athletics featuring our men's track and field team now on The Hive. That will do it for Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Avery Lisk.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of SAU Weekly. We'll be back next week with the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. Remember to check out the SAU TV Facebook and Instagram pages for our newscasts, top stories, and more. You can also find them on The Hive at sauthehive.com. Let's head back to the Earth Day Festival for this week's campus question. How do you go green? Thanks for watching.
I never litter, and I always recycle.
I always try and recycle when I can, like if I have a lot of paper products.
I make my friends drive me places because I don't have a car on campus.
For me, to be more sustainable, we've been making these burlap bags from used coffee sacks.
To be more sustainable, I use less water.
We make bags, we make coasters and koozies.
Same with my cans, because I drink a lot of Alani.
That's sustainable, right? Using less water for Earth Day, right?
Just kind of recycling the material and saving the environment.
I recycle. Well, I recycle. I mean, that's basic.
Also make sure to turn the lights off, not leave the water running for a ridiculous amount of time when I'm washing my dishes, and just little things like that.
It's helping the environment. Using less water is helping the environment. Sure.